Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. All right, so here's the therapy session I've been wanting to do. I had planned on doing yesterday, but as I started talking, I realized it was more so important that I just give y'all a different perspective, my own perspective, and not go into talking about someone else. But in this video, we ain't talking about me at all. I don't have me on my mind, even though there's plenty to consider. I'm thinking about John Morant. Man. John Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies, superstar in the NBA. If y'all follow my channel, then you know we're an NBA based channel. But when we do therapy sessions, we pretend that we're not. So I assume that it's a good majority of the people that are watching me for different reasons when they watch therapy sessions. And I imagine a lot of Laker Nation could care less about anything that says therapy session on it. So I separate the two and I leave them on the same channel just because I'm weird like that. So this is how it goes. I'm watching what's happening with Ja, and I'm thinking, last night, I guess the footage was of last night, or maybe others nights before this. I don't know what night it was, but he got on IG Live. He was dancing, having a good time wherever he was at. Looked like it was a bunch of women around, looked like some buddies around, I don't know. But he pulled what clearly looked like a small handgun out and put it next to his head as he was rapping gun lyrics for a split second. He didn't leave it there for too long, but he just put it up like, showing y'all I got the heater, what it is. And I just think he's from and in a culture where all of that is cool. But I think John Morant is one of those cautionary tales of players and people who just haven't seen enough bad stories. They ain't seen enough scared straight stories in their lives just to get them to move smarter. Ja, look around, fam. No one else is allowing themselves to be seen that way. You're not the only person in the NBA who's with it. You're just the only one who's stupid enough to let people see that you are with it while you have $100+ million on the line, friend. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. You are part of a culture that has you doing things that are going to lead you down a bad path and lead others down a bad path who watch your example, or give them the cautionary tale of what happens when they do things the wrong way and let people see them in the wrong light. Now, John Morant has enough talent to, over the next 20 years, waltz into the Hall of Fame. I don't think there's any reason outside of injuries that would keep him from having that type of productive career. Nothing. I think that most people would agree with you. He's well on his way to a Hall of Fame career. I think the problem that he's going to run into is he's one of these people that's living like he doesn't have to adhere to reality, to the process of time passing him by and never coming back, to the process of his athleticism disappearing overnight, all of these different things that are real to John Morant, but he's acting like are not real to John Morant because he's trying to prove that he's as real as whatever the hell he thinks is real. And I'm telling you, all that is bad energy and bad culture that has coerced you into spaces that would ultimately make you a detriment to your family and yourself. You just bought your house and your father's house and all these different things, and your daddy's living his best freaking life, bro. Do not cut it short by trying to be gangster. Even if you are a gangster. No. You got to prove to the world you are not, so they don't use that image against you to screw with us. Because that's all they ever do with the black image, brother. They're going to take that bad culture that they've warped you into, use your star power to explain to all of us why we're not anything other than that image there. That is all it's ever about. That's the promotion of that. It's for that. It's not to make us look powerful. It's not to make us feel powerful. It's to belittle our value in the marketplace and send others away from the success that you found. And every time one of y'all pop up being this way, being stupid enough to act this way, you give them the ammo to feed into their evil agenda. It's an agenda that's been going on longer than this country's basically been in place. They exploit the blacks, especially the ones that are talented enough to do so. You need history, friend. That's what John Morant needs. He needs more history. Because the strength of putting forth an image of strength has to coincide with the ability to not kick your own backside too. This is what a lot of strong gangster people run into. They don't know how not to let that image destroy them. The ones who live long, healthy, rich lives are the ones who are able to put that energy somewhere else. They can still live that life in real life, but when the camera's on, the last thing they want to be seen is that image. Why? Because that image has it so that the walls close in on people who have that image. You don't control the environment, Ja. You see how much money they took from Kanye West overnight? Just for not being respectful? Brother, you are giving those same people the image they need to continue to keep people like me in our place, by way of you acting out of place and them having the ability to smear your face for it. Look at all these publications, bro. They're all, every single day, trying to remind us of the gangster image that you are trying to remind us. They amplify that. And when you troll them, and I've been seeing a lot of people his generation do this. It's like, oh, y'all want to call me a gangster? Cool, I'm going to be a gangster. Tupac did it. Thug life. What do you think it was about? He was telling y'all that these people put labels on us. So what I'm going to do is reinforce that energy in spite of it. But it doesn't work, because the energy itself, when used by itself, is meant to destroy you and exploit you. So even when you troll at it, they can still do what it do. This is why we need to walk away from these cultures, man. It ain't because we ain't strong. It ain't because we actually ain't dealing with conflict. It ain't because we actually ain't got real street stuff that's been going on longer than the agenda in place. A lot of times do. But you got to understand, once you step into an atmosphere where everybody's eyes on you, now you walk into their arena. Those who want to control the minds of others, those who want to control the image of others, you walk into their arena. And what they're always trying to do is keep certain people in certain places so they can stay in power. And if those people start learning too much, thinking too much, or start investing their money in the right ways, they're going to get the right information. It's going to it's going to take away from the power of the structure in hand. That's why they're always fighting against us, because we have all the talent to draw all the attention, but they have the agenda to use on the people who have that attention. And celebrities need to understand this, because every time they go out there, put a camera on you, having you do something buffoonish for a lot of money, it's because they want us to think and feel a certain way. That is all you're about. It's not about exploiting your talent for the betterment of you and making you rich. Hell no. It's the opposite. It's about keeping as few of you as possible in place so that a bunch of us don't pop up and destroy the marketplace. All that value with all this talent, it will ruin them. They need to keep us in a certain place. And guys like Ja Morant enable them to do that. That's why the culture that Ja is in love with needs to be shunned. It's not about throwing away the cadences or the rap it's just about the energy, man. It's all about the energy. It's about I don't understand that me looking dangerous to others is bad for my people and self. Even if I am dangerous, I need not allow others to make me look like I'm trying to do something I'm not. Because what they can do with Ja Morant's image when he's holding a gun is a million different things. And there's a lot of different fears that come with seeing a black man with a gun. Fears that ain't got nothing to do with what Ja's thinking about. Fears that Ja will enlighten himself as to all the history that's gone on in this country and turn that gun against his real enemies. They're afraid of this. And he is not aware of what it is that they're trying to use his image to prevent. These people are fearful. And we as black people, especially the ones who have a talent and money and fame and all that, y'all need to understand the arena you're in. When you're chasing your dreams, when you get to a place where you got all your money and you got all the things that you're looking for, you need to understand that you are in an arena where, if you're black, the whole purpose is to keep you from getting all of that. So if you happen to get all that, they're going to damn sure use your image to keep others from wanting all of that, or for going after it in a way that helps them keep all of that. Because I'm telling you, Ja and his wealth is teetering. All his money is going to be in lawyers' pockets by the end of his life if he keeps doing the stupid stuff that he's doing. You see what's going on with Young Thug? I listened to all of those lyrics. We did all the killings. I listened to those lyrics. I knew what was going to happen to this man. And when it happened, I wasn't surprised, because he played right into their hands by way of the troll mentality, where if you're going to call me something, I'm going to be something. And he put them lyrics in his music, knowing that is what they do. And he didn't think it was a real thing. He knew it was real, but he didn't think it was real to him. So he felt that he could troll them by saying, I'm doing all this. They ain't going to actually use it in court. They actually will. They will build their case, and they will take 13 years to take you down. You think they won't do the same thing to John and all these peoples? They're throwing RICO cases everywhere. And this idiot wants to do this in Memphis in 2023. And if anybody's following what's going on in Memphis, it's one of the hottest spots in the entire world right now. He wants to act like he's the biggest gangster in the NBA while playing in the hottest spot in the NBA. That's like trying to be screaming East Coast, West Coast in 95 if you played for the Bulls or something. It's just not smart. Not smart. So as far as I can tell with John Morant, he needs to get his mind right. You are not Tupac. You are not NBA Youngboy. And even NBA Youngboy is going like this when it comes to stuff. Nah. If you pay attention to what's going on, he's an angel right now. Do I think he's turned his whole life around and doesn't have problems with anybody? That's not even possible. Real ones know that's not even possible. It's about his image and about him not trying to push that energy out into the world to influence others. That's real. But as far as him having conflicts in real life, he may not even be able to actually turn that off. And real ones know that. But that's not the point. It's about the image. Youngboy's the best example because he really does have concerns. Everybody knows he has concerns, but he is still putting forth the image that he ain't like that. Because he knows they will give him 170 years. Regardless of how strong he thinks he is, no matter how real his conflicts are, they will give him 150 years. So he don't have no time to be sitting up here acting like he is what he is, because if he's that, then he's probably going away forever. So Ja, which is it, bro? Do you know what it is that you're asking for in regards to your energy? Do you have any idea what it is that you're welcoming into your life? You have children. You got a baby girl that we see every day, fam. You don't want to spin the block. None of them dudes do, but especially the ones who've already made it rich. You already got the money they're looking for, bro. They're looking for what you have. While you sitting up there with your little handgun, they're looking for the wealth that you've accumulated by playing basketball in ways that they never could, fam. Wealth that's never coming their way because they can't jump like that. They're out there doing what it is, the image that you're putting forth, because they ain't got no damn choice in a lot of cases, or they don't know any damn better in a lot of cases. And he trying to hustle backwards, trying to jump back into that game. I've watched many people over the years by way of stories and different things that I hear about, maybe even once or twice as I've seen in my life, where guys dumb it down to where they already have money, already have status, already have a silver spoon, already rich, already got a bunch of family, parents is cool, but they want to gangbang, fam. We've heard of these stories. We've known of these people. Some of them didn't make it. They didn't even get to jail. They died, fam. I know of a dude, his parents was rich. White guy. Out here. Gangbang. Wanted to spin the block, do all that real stuff, even though his family was millionaires. He died. He didn't make it. Because he was trying to be something he was not. And what the actually was closing in on him. He was hard with rigor mortis. And that's what you guys got to understand. That's what everybody needs to understand. Being hard, it's going to leave you stiff. Toughest people I ever known, they no longer with us. Tough don't work, bro. You can't survive that way unless you are moving a certain way. Ja ain't moving that way, it seems. Punching kids out? Maybe he didn't do it. Or maybe they're after the money grab. The dog only ate your homework because you let that dog anywhere near that damn homework. Those people shouldn't even be in your house. You're 24 years old. You got $150 million or somewhere near that. Why in the hell do you have 17-year-old basketball players at your house? What good is that? What do you need unprofessional players underage anywhere near you, bro, in your status, in your space? Why do you need that in your life right now? Somebody that you got to go in the house, come back with a heater? They was in your house in the first place. With all that you have to lose? Nah, bro. No. These are the mistakes that people make that they end up regretting for the rest of their life. These are the things, this is what old men's regrets are made of. It's stupid stuff like this. Look around, talk to an old person. Let them tell you, bro. Let them tell you. This leads to not only you losing what you have, but the people that you've helped put everything together for it, they're going to lose what they have because of this stupid shit too. That's what ends up being sad. It's not just you losing your career. It's daddy got to go back to the hood. Daughter doesn't get raised in the proper circumstances because all your money going to lawyers. All your money. Look at Thugger, man. All his money. Thugger had a lot of money. Enough money to take care of himself and his family for a couple generations. All of that shit is in a lawyer's hands right now. That boy going to be broke if he does win this case. And if he don't win this case, it was meant to dry him of his money before he was able to actually fight the damn case. These are the things black people, especially rich ones, need to understand. Bro, once you get wrapped up, they're going to drain you of your cash. Then they're going to hit you with the defense. That's how that works. A guy like John Morant think, the lawyer's going to take care of that. They can get you a $70 million before they even hit you with the case. So what I'm telling you is, stop trying to be hard. If you are hard, the object of the game is to make sure that everybody thinks you are not. If you want to be like the devil, you know what the devil's greatest thing he ever did was convince people he don't exist. So why does everybody who's devilish try to act like they hard? It don't work. It don't work, fam. Being devilish doesn't work. But it definitely doesn't work when you're trying to do it being hard. I'm the toughest guy in the world. No, you're not. You're in the world just like the rest of us, and the walls are going to close in on you. It's going to get really cold or really hot on you if God decides, just like everybody else. So stop acting like you're a god. Stop acting like you're an alien because you can jump out of the gym. They will put you in a cage forever, bro. Literally. Stop acting like this is a game. A guy like John Morant is at a high. When you lose everything and you sit in that damn cell, that's something I cannot relate to, but I can promise you it's worse than hell. You don't want it. Not when you've had it all. You don't want that, bro. So somebody need to reach John Morant and help him understand that he's in a place in his life where he's young, he's stupid, he's in his 24. Everybody can be stupid at 24, but not everybody survives being stupid at 24, bro. That's the problem with being stupid at 24. You be doing stuff that you can't undo. You be making life decisions sometimes take you out. People need to be able to reach these people in these eras, these ages between 17 and 27, and help them understand that whatever they're doing is going to be lasting, and it can't get back to youth. You can't get back to energy. You certainly will not be able to apply wisdom after the fact. You just got to get it early sometimes, man, and it's important that fathers teach their sons. It is time for T. Morant to look John in the face and say, if you don't calm down, we're going to lose everything, friend. This is T's time to step up. Because at the end of the day, that's still a kid. Even though he's 24, 25 years old, he's still a kid, and we know that. And it's just as much on T, who's in that environment with him, who's next to his boy every day. It's time to be a dad now before this kid throws away his life. I'm just going to be real as hell, bro. It's time to be a dad now because y'all in Memphis. And this ain't the time to be acting an idiot in Memphis, especially when you're the biggest star in Memphis. Somebody got to reach this dude, man. It's going to be an all-star team this year, and it's going to be a jail cell next year if we keep playing with this, if he keeps playing with his life, man. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. There was a therapy session that was on my heart, but I felt I needed to hold myself accountable double time before I get on this camera saying anything like this. But now that I feel like I have addressed myself in a way that makes me feel good about addressing John Morant, this is a video that I hope somebody can help John Morant receive in a good mindset. In a good mindset. He needs this energy. Somebody needs to reach him in a real way to say, yo, you're about to make a life decision that's going to throw away your entire wealth, man. Your entire wealth. And you're not the first one who's done it, and you won't be the last, especially if you allow this example to be what it is. It's about the example, John. That's all it's about. So God bless the Morant family. I don't wish no harm upon them. God bless the state of Memphis and state of Tennessee, city of Memphis, everybody over there. I ain't got no bad energy for nobody. If anything, I'm trying to save people from themselves, bro. I wish somebody would have saved me from some of the mistakes I made when I was 25. But I can tell you this, if I had a lot more money on the line, it would be incumbent upon the people who are around me to reach me. Reach me. You better reach Jah. Because one day he's going to be wise enough to know everything that I'm saying right now, but it's going to be too damn late. It's going to be way too late. That's what it really come down to, man. So I just want to say, whatever happened, in regards to the situation, if it's a money grab, people trying to get him, trying to make his image look worse than what it is, yeah, there is a time and place to turn our attention to that entity that is doing what they do in regards to taking the ammunition they've gotten from him, in regards to what nonsense he's up to, and continuing to plaster in our faces to mold his image by way of his actions. There is a time and a place to hold them accountable. At the end of the day, though, there's a million different subjects that they use. Ja's just one of them, and he's giving them all they need to get that going. That muck nastiness that they are able to do when somebody's acting stupid. They're doing all of that to Ja. Every single day you see something that makes him look like he wants to kill somebody. And they get to sit back and make headlines about it. Social experiments, see how we're going to act about it. Take notes on that. Celebrities need to understand that the last thing you are is the center of the world. But the first thing they want you to think is that you are. So that you don't question whether or not they're doing a bunch of weird stuff with your image while you're sitting there exalting yourself. It's the greatest thing ever in your life, little heaven. You living in a little heaven. No, that's not heaven, fam. That's an elaborate rat cage that you're in that has all the bells and whistles to make you feel like you're in a party. But at the end of the day, you're in a rat race, in a rat cage, and they're doing experiments, and they're doing it in a way that can use your image to influence others. And if you don't see it that way while you're doing whatever it is that they want you to do in your happy little heaven, then you're going to do exactly what it is that continues to kick the can down the road for generations going forward to be exploited by them and generations to be swayed by their bullcrap. Don't take my word for it. Just study, fam. Just study the history. Study what they've done in regards to sports and how they've used athletes' images. Study how they've used the music and different cultures. They always do this. That's the thing. It's important our kids know the history of how their image has been exploited, especially the ones who are seeking fame, especially the ones who are trying to be on camera with their image. This is stuff. Everybody has their image on cameras now, so they can implement 10 times more strategies in this vein than they were able to when I was a child, when there wasn't no camera in everybody's face and everybody was just looking at a TV screen. It's a different day. They can get way more sinister with the way that they do this, and we need to be ever so clear about the presence of these people. It ain't just you, celebrity. You're not the center of the world. They control the walls, and they will have them close in on you and everybody else to their leisure to keep them wealthy, keep them in control of all of our intellectual property. So, Ja, get your head out your backside, black man. You're just one of a trillion of us that they can use to do this. You just happen to be alive right now, in your prime right now, acting stupid right now. Get your head out your backside. If you have a relationship with God, strengthen it. Because that's what's wrong here. Your energy's off. You're reaching for the wrong things, and that's what I see there. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching.